Mr. Gaurav, a corporate lawyer. Mr. Jayan is in a senior position in HUL. Mrs. Cynthia, who is an ex-student of St. Xavier's. Mrs. Caroline, she's a dear friend of mine. Mr. Savio D'Souza, he's also an ex-student of St. Xavier's. A round of applause for all of them. First speaker, Ria George of Nehru House.
Honorable judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends, I, Ria George, is here to speak on the topic, creators of intellectual property are making a lot of money without caring for the society. Counterfeit consumer goods are by legal definition goods infringing the rights of a trademark holder by displaying a trademark which is either identical to a protected trademark or by using an identification mark which cannot be distinguished from its essential aspects and therefore infringes the rights of the holder of the trademark. In many cases, fake consumer products have proven to be quite unsafe. The counterfeit market has expanded into areas in which a person would most expect to be able to rely on some standard of quality. Counterfeit cancer drugs, HIV medications, anti-malarial drugs, food products, cosmetics, vehicle airbags have all resulted in fatalities in recent years. In August 2011, it was reported that at least 22 fake Apple computer stores were operating in different parts of India. The following month, it was found that the popular game Angry Birds had been recreated into a theme park without permission from its Finnish copyright or trademark owners. Food counterfeiting and piracy is a major threat in India. In 2008, the US consumers were panicked as they found that the China milk which they purchased had been adulterated with a chemical substance melamine to make it appear have a higher protein content, which caused 900 infants to be hospitalized with 6 deaths. Food counterfeiting is also a major threat in India. They just have to pay a penalty of rupees 7,000, which is like a slap on the palm. Any offender would gladly pay this sum and return back to business the very next day. Should we then not say that the creators of intellectual property are making money without caring for the society? Thank you.
I, Aparna Lavate, on behalf of the Tagore House, will now express my views on the topic, creators of intellectual property make money and also care for the society. Let me tell you something about intellectual property and their rights. Intellectual property rights are the legally recognized exclusive rights to creations of the mind, artistic work, discoveries, and invention. Intellectual property rights include trademarks, copyrights, industrial design rights, and trade secrets. And the ingredients, the manufacture date, the expiry date, a proper MRP, and the exact weight mentioned on the product. Everything is crystal clear, but we just close our eyes and ignore it. But the ingredients of these products are registered, which means these products are legally authorized products. This is what we call as trade secrets. As Sean Collier has rightly said, a business that has no trade secrets could hardly be any great success. For example, the longest running trade secret is the formula for Coca-Cola. In 1886, a pharmacist named John Pentner invented Coca-Cola. Many companies have reverse engineered this product, but none of them have obtained the flavor of this Coke. This Coke is served to the people at a very suitable and reasonable price. And of course, it had to work without breaking the rules of baseball. Blackburn's eventual concession, crafted from rich mud found in southern New Jersey near the Delaware River, didn't wreck the balls. The athletics chief umpire gave it a thumbs up, and soon others. American and National League teams began clamoring for the same. And soon, Leonard Blackburn's rubbing mud was famous. But no one would say as to where exactly the revered mud hole is. This product is used by every major league, and he makes 5 or 6 trips to the mud hole annually. The other examples are minting of money, making of weapons, etc. The formulas for making them too are not leaked out. But if someone is caught while doing so, a strict action is taken against them. It is for us to decide between materialistic poorness or building upon intellectual richness. Thank you.
I, Ilrisha De Silva, on behalf of the Tagore House, most of the usual arguments for intellectual property do not hold up under scrutiny. In particular, the metaphor of the marketplace of ideas provides no justification for ownership of ideas. The alternative to intellectual property is intellectual products and disobedience. People own clothes, cars, houses and land. Exclusive use or control of ideas or the way they are expressed does not make nearly as much sense as the ownership of physical object. Independent inventors are frequently ignored or exploited. Like for example, Ashley Brilliant is a professional epigrammatist. He creates and copyrights thousands of short sayings such as, fundamentally, there may be no basis for anything. When he finds someone who uses his epigrams, he surely makes it available to them after they pay him a royalty, thereby making stuff available to the society. When employees of corporations and government have an idea worth protecting, it is usually copyrighted or patented by the organization. How many consumers, for example, realize how much they are paying for intellectual property when buying prescribed medicines, paying for schools, etc. But at least people benefit out of it to a great extent. Some make things available irrespective of the class. Therefore, I end my speech with a short saying. If a man is keeping an idea to himself and that idea is taken by stealth or trickery, it is called stealing. But once a man has revealed his idea to others, it is no longer his alone. It belongs to the whole world. Thank you.
Good morning, respective judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. We are here to acquaint on the topic whether creators of intellectual property make money and simultaneously care for the society. Intellectual property rights are the legally reorganized exclusive rights for the creation of our mind. Under intellectual property law, the owners are granted certain exclusive right to a variety of intangible assets such as musical, literary and artistic works, discoveries and inventions, and words, phrases, symbols and designs. Tobacco companies have suppressed scientific data that indicated cigarette smoking causes cancer. Courts have recognized that the manufacturers and others must under certain circumstances share the dangers or risk of using a product. The sharing of information has enabled the medical community to advance the treatment of practically every disorder. The most recent illustration is the US Human Genome Project, a consortium of medical researchers combining to the map of human DNA. This group's goal is to analyze the structure, map the location of each of the approximately 80,000 genes that make up human DNA and determine the sequence of 3 billion DNA subunits. I conclude that the creators of intellectual property make money and surely they care for the society. Thank you.
All the findings above, counterfeit tilts to have serious impacts on the fake products. In fact, counterfeiting affects the environment, the original companies, as well as the consumers. Counterfeit products include fake designer clothes, bags, accessories, perfumes, pirated CDs, DVDs, games, beverages, snacks, as well as life savings or common drugs. Counterfeit products, all people, government, companies, coordinates are selling their products and yet they are making money. This makes it so difficult to trace. Thank you.
We all know that IP is useful and can be used other than monopolizing a technology or product. According to WIPO, an organization consisting of patent offices, copyright holders, IP lawyers, etc., all agree to promote IP worldwide and advance IP as a tool in global trade and economy. This is important at the global level because of trade. IP is a tool that protects piracy across borders. So, IP is respected in all countries, developed or not. In this way, I end saying that creators of intellectual property make money and also care for the society and its benefit. Thank you.
Money without caring for the society. So according to you, what would make the best society?
See, when such spurious things are being sold in the market, they should take some action. And they take, but then the penalty that they pay is hardly anything. Why aren't they making it firm? In other countries there also, but they have to be firm on their spot. Now, why are these products being sold in the market again and again?
I now call the judges onto the stage for the declaration of the winners. First of the exhibition, by then we'll get ready with the prizes for the debate.
Good morning, children. It's been a revelation for us to come here and see the involvement and the interest amongst all of you. The first thing that we saw in the morning was an exhibition where the teams of class 8th and class 9th showed us a variety of originals versus counterfeits. And we were all flummoxed because we never expected this kind of interest and involvement from the school children. That's why we invited two of them, the ones that we found the most energizing. We have a student of class 8th class 8C Vidhi and 8th E Dikshita. They'll just talk us through what they saw in the markets and explain to you what is the difference between the original and the fake.
It's very difficult to find out the original and the duplicate one. As you can see, the duplicate one is in green color and the original is in black color. And when we turn the kajal, there is no brand name written, that is Hindustan Unilever Limited. So by these things we can identify the duplicate and the original one. The truth is that we students think that it is very easy to find out the duplicate and the original. Actually, everybody should go with their mom, dad and see what is the difference, and we'll get to know and learn something. Thank you.
Anyway, now I'll request Dikshita to again talk about what she found in the market along with the
I'm going to present, I have Lux, two soaps of Lux. One is the original and one is the duplicate. Girls mainly use Lux because of its beautiful fragrance. If they use fake one, which can harm their skin. I have two Lux, one is the original and one is the fake. We can find which is the original and which is a fake by going on its MRP, trademark, weight, the packing of the products, etc. And we should always be alert.
So with this, we will now announce the winner. And we said that it should not just be one winner, they will also have a runner-up. So this class, Dikshita's class, is the runners-up for the exhibition. A big round of applause from them, please. My apologies, it's 8th E, Dikshita's class, who are the winners. And the other class is the runners-up. My apologies, please.
It's been really a long time since I've stood on this stage, and it brings back wonderful memories. But the experience of being here today and participating in the debate was really great. I remember when I was a student, I had no clue what patenting or IPR was. I think it's wonderful that you kids are learning about something important, which is very important to society also as a whole. Something which was beyond the understanding that I would have expected of children. So, great job.
I agree that some of the intellectual property owners are doing a lot, but yes, clearly there is a case in point where there are others who need to do a lot more. The music industry stalwarts are here. Clearly, I know for a fact that the music industry, led by Savio, they are doing a lot to bring in the deterrence. Similarly, Jayant leads the intellectual property cell of HUL, and we know what is the kind of work that he and the team are doing here. But at the end of the day, there has to be a runners-up and there has to be a winner. For the content, for the presentation, and for the debate that happened subsequently, we have chosen the Nehru House. The runners-up is the Nehru House, and the winner of the debate is Tagore House with 367 points. Can I now request the winning team, led by Aparna, Elrisha, Arpita, Samantha, and Sakshi?
The Tagore House will be given the Amelia D'Souza Scholarship for Intellectual Property Enhancement. You will get a citation and you will get a cash award at your annual day function. So, well done, congratulations, and keep it up.
Mrs. Cynthia has helped with all the packaging stuff. Mr. Savio has been ardently following this up. The scholarship which he's giving is in the name of his late mother for an ideal cause. Mr. Gaurav has already spoken to you all and spoken so much about the topic, and they were indeed happy with the very good presentation which you have put up. And a special thanks to Caroline. She's a dear friend of mine. So it's a little difficult for me to look at her as a judge. Thank you, Carol. Please come on the stage for a small thank you gift on behalf of the school.